What is up? What's happening? Hope all is well with you guys. Thoughts of a Predicate winner. Back at you with another one. Listen, I feel like I've really let the fans down this week. I just do. Because I've been working out of my mind. I've had to release videos that I kind of already had in the tuck, which makes me feel kind of phony. I don't like doing that. So it makes me feel like I've kind of let you guys down. So I'm on a mission right now to kind of touch on everything that y'all are here for. Now, the fan base that I feel like I've left out the most over the past couple of weeks has been Falling in Reverse. I know I've got a lot of new subscribers that are super Falling in Reverse fans, so I'm sorry for kind of leaving y'all high and dry over the past couple of weeks. So I'm going to get into some Falling in Reverse today, right here, right now. So let's go ahead and break down this Last Resort Reimagined. I'm excited to see this video because the videography around Falling in Reverse has been insane. Literally a pleasure, like a tremendous pleasure to just watch. And I also love the original version of Last Resort. So let's go ahead and get into that. But before we do, please make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button for your boy. It helps me to get into the algorithms. I know a lot of you guys continue to come back and watch and don't see the importance in that, don't see the importance in liking something, but I'm pleading with you, man. Subscribe for me. Help me to get to 5,000 subscriptions. That's the goal right now. And once we get there, I got something super special planned. And you'll be joining in on a community that's just ever growing. It's a super special page, I think. Not in a braggadocious way. I just think that we have something special. I'm very communicative with the subscribers. I'm very, I just think it's important for us to grow together as almost like this little thing of ours that we all have together. No matter how big I get, no matter how big the channel gets, I always want to be reminiscent of these days. These are the fun days. These are the best days, growing and having fun with it. So I would love for you to be a part of that. Love for you to be a part of this community and this little thing of ours. So just smash that like button and smash that subscribe button for me. And if you just hate my guts, leave it in the comments and let me know why. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Shout out to Papa Roach one time. All right? That used to be my favorite song, dude. Look at this. Already I love the video, bro. What? Just shout out. Ronnie is an incredible, he just has an incredible artistic mindset, dude. Some of these people that y'all have been putting me on are in that same boat, but like visually, the way he can put visuals together, it's crazy. I'm already in love with this. Let's get it, dude.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
Oh man.
This is my last resort.
Let's go, dog. Woo! Uh-oh.
Cut my life into pieces. Erase my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong or it be right if I took my life tonight? Chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I'm contemplating suicide. I'm contemplating suicide.
Hey. Why?
Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me
Sheesh.
I'm fine.
Yo, this is incredible, man. It's like, I mean, we all know the original, right? But what do I talk to y'all about this all the time, tonality and why it's so important, right? Because look, dude, I love the original. It's one of my favorite rock songs maybe ever. Like when it first came out, I just super jobbed with it, man. But as you grow, I was a kid. As you grow and you reminisce and think about what the lyrics mean, right? It's like, cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort. Suffocate. Like, this is it, dude. Like I've had it up to here. I've tried everything. Nothing works. Nothing is fine. This is it. This is my last resort. I'm done. And when you think about the tonality that Papa Roach had, it was very aggressive. Like, I've had it. His touch, Ronnie's touch on this is very, it's almost like you find beauty in the pain. It's incredible. And what else is important in music? Relatability. So depending on the tonality, you will gravitate towards the more aggressive tone, or you may gravitate to the tone of beauty. It's almost as if you're finding peace through, it's good. It's good, man. I like this. I like it.
I am fine. I never realized I was spread too thin till it was too late and I was empty within, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover on a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils.
This one also really enunciates on the lyrics a lot more. This is an amazingly written song. Like, to find a love upon a higher level, but finding nothing but questions and devils. Like I'm in search for, I'm in search for spiritual healing, but it's like all I find is questions, because how does this work, and why, if this is what I'm in search of, why is it that I keep going through pain? Why am I being blocked by all of this evil? And I think the answer to that question is, truthfully, because if you're searching for that peace, you have to fight for it. And I think that most people feel like they've been fighting for it, but now you got to make it through that so that God can make a soldier out of you, and so that you can, you can have that type of testimony, which I think is, I think that's why the majority of people go through pain. I think that's why the Bible tells us to be, grateful for the trials that we go through, and to count them all joy, count them as blessings, because God's using it to make us the best version of ourselves. Is being able to, like, really, it's like every lyric in this you're holding on to, and that's a huge difference between this one and the first one, because the first one's instrumentation is so aggressive and the tone is so aggressive that you're just feeling like, yeah, on this one, you're kind of like, wow, like it puts you in your feels. And it all started, I'm going back a little bit, but it all started when I lost my mother, right? Everybody that goes through these spiritual warfares and these spiritual battles within each other, within our hearts, within our souls, within us, it always starts with something. You know what I mean? For me, if I had to put a finger, if I had to put a finger on it, it would probably be my parents' divorce when I was young, and not being told the truth about it until I was older. And which, I could go on about that story, but like, my parents split up. My dad was my superhero. But I never understood why. I just knew through like body language and the motion of it all that it was his fault, even though my mom wasn't that type of woman, so she would never come out and blatantly say like, this is his fault. It was always like, this is both of us, I never went through the whole process of somehow this is my fault. I know a lot of kids did, but I wasn't one of those kids. But my dad, when he got locked up for the first time when I was 13, which was just such a vital time in my life where I like needed the father that I looked up to be there, you know. And I forgive him for it. I love him. But we don't have the closest relationship because of it, I think, today. That separation, I don't know if it did something to him internally, like spiritually or what, but we don't have the closest relationship. I would like it to be close. I would like him to have that opportunity with my kids, but I don't know. It's something's just off, you know. But regardless, that set me off, man. Like in a way that I couldn't understand. Like at the time, I would tell you, like, no, I'm not angry about that. Well, what's causing the anger? I don't know, but not that. And I had anger problems. Looking back on that from where I am now, I would probably say, yeah, probably made me angry. You know what I mean? Like, but the tonality switch here can really make you dive deep into each bar, you know, for lack of a better term. It all started when I lost my mother. All of a sudden, I had no love for myself and no love for another. I looked for a love upon a higher level, but I found nothing but more questions and demons, devils, the evil. Like, it's deep, man. It's deep.
Lost my mother, no love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover at a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils.
Let's go.
'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing is fine.
This video is incredible. Like it also signifies too, like him being alone down there, him being alone on the balcony. I know he's surrounded by violin, like instrumentation, but it almost signifies like this is my world and now it's crumbling. So this is it. This is my last resort. This is a super dope video, dude. Reimagined indeed. And in the midst of you being in your own world and your world is crumbling and you're here just wishing that somebody somewhere would just tell you it's okay. It's going to be fine. I don't know, man. I just super relate. This is incredible. The artistry of Ronnie is super incredible to me.
I can't go on living this way. I can't go on living this way. Cut my life into pieces.
This is incredible. Just the visuals of it all and seeing him in the middle of all this, like his world's finally starting to crumble around him and he's still on like, I just can't go on living this way, man. I can't cut my life into pieces. You know, this is it. I've reached my last resort. And the visuals are so unique and good because if you look at it, especially versus like the original video where I think he's in like a boxing ring or a UFC cage or something like that, they were awful with music videos. Well, certain videos were great back then, but like just given the circumstance that the song is dark, you still could have done something in the original video to kind of symbolize. I still like the original video, don't get me wrong, but to symbolize it in this way, Reimagined, is, to me, it's a little bit better. Like the visual of it all anyway. And I can't really say that like I like the song better necessarily on this version, but I think it just depends. Like your nature, right? Like what you're spiritually inclined to, whereas my stages in life like that were more anger driven and aggressive. So I kind of gravitate to that one more, but I can appreciate so much in this one. And especially as you look at the world crumbling around him, you can't even imagine a way out, you know? Like, I've reached my last resort. I'm suffocating. I like, how do I put all this back together? How do I get back to a place? Look at it. Look around him. And that is what it feels like. How can I ever, and like I preach about one day at a time, one step at a time all the time. But when you look at something like that, you don't even want to take the first step because you literally have to take one rock, put it in place, you feel like it'll take forever. So a lot of people don't even try to attempt it. But if you attempt it, I do feel like you can get through it. I do think you can do it, especially with the help of God, and especially when you're spiritually connected to something greater than you. But it looks horrendous. And we have to remember that when we're talking to people that are going through struggles, that this is what their world feels like. Like, how do I get to peace? You know, when this is my circumstance and this is everything that's going on around me, it's awful, you know? And that's how great job symbolizing that. Definitely not what I was expecting. That kind of leaves you in suspense, right?
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in...
Sorry. Wow. So right as I think it's looking like I was literally just preaching about that, like when it looks like you can't fix it and you can't get out of it, it almost seems like it almost seems like the visual at the end there was that, like, you know what, I am going to give this a try. Wow. I wasn't expecting that ending. That's pretty immaculate, kind of a brain twist just in the visuals themselves. But nah, man, shout out to Falling in Reverse. Ronnie, that was an incredible reimagined version of Last Resort, which I think anybody who likes that era of rock music, you know, Korn, Limp Bizkit, like whoever, and that aggressive tonality of it, I'm sure that we can all appreciate that if the song was actually relatable to us, which Last Resort was relatable to me just in the tone of aggression. And that's why I always talk about tone being so important. But now that I'm older, I feel like this one is more relatable in terms of what goes on around me, like as a family man, as a married man with kids, and trying to raise my kids in the best environment that I can raise them in. And that's what it looks like outside of our bubble, you know? That was good, man. That was really good. That's a really good visual, and a really good version of Last Resort. Would love to see that live. I think that he might have one live. I think Nicole told me he did. And speaking of, check this out. Nicole sent me this. Shout out to Nicole. I ain't even gonna open it, dude. I don't have I appreciate these as like, I'm using them as collection items, and when I finally get like my studio together, I'm gonna have like a wall of the albums, and I'm gonna do some giveaways too because I've got duplicates. And the people that sent them said that it would be okay to do a giveaway, but I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate it because like this is, you know how like when we were growing up, like our, you know, a cool uncle somewhere had like a record collection, you know, stuff like that. that's what I want to do. I have CDs that are unopened. I got like Love Story is unopened, like the Marshall Mathers LP unopened, and I just think that it's a super dope gift, and I'm gonna just add this to my collection. And when I finally get my stew together, I'm gonna have these on display, bro, and I think it's gonna look real cool. So thank you, Nicole, and thank you to all the people that have, the memberships, the super chats, the super thanks. Listen, if you're not a member and you're just a subscriber, I gotta tell you, man, I appreciate you with all my heart. But if you're on the fence about it, we really do have a really dope community within the Discord where, I mean, Friday night we were just talking for hours. You know what I mean? Just back and forth with each other. It was so fun. And we're really building something special. So I'm appreciative enough for the subscriptions. Even if you're not a subscriber and you're just somebody that comes back to watch, I appreciate you. But there's levels to it. Like Meek Mill says, man, there's levels to it. And the members, I think we're at 25 or 26 now. I just got to tell you guys, man, the members are the heartbeat and the soul of this channel. And I literally could not do it without them. And I wanted to shout y'all out specifically in this video because in something that I did recently, I had a comment. And I normally don't entertain like the hater comments, but I had a comment that was like, my spiel at the beginning of these videos, like, subscribe to the channel. I think we're doing something real special over here. And he was like, we, quit saying we. Look, you have your own YouTube channel, and it's not a we. If I subscribe to somebody, it's gonna just be you, dude. I'm not actually subscribing to a lot of people. It's actually just singular. And you're trying to say it's plural. Dog, we got a team. We doing it big over here. So, cool. Appreciate y'all, though, man. Thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you on the next one, all right? Peace.